We've discussed the importance and the difference and the similarities between faith, belief, and opinion. Now, here's another question. Where do our beliefs come from? I'm going to ask you to pause the video, take a notebook and pen, and then very quickly, without thinking, it's important that you don't spend too much time thinking because we want a certain degree of spontaneity in this. Write down at least 10 beliefs. Take a minute or so. That's it, not more than that. Quickly write any 10 beliefs that you have. Now, if you have written 10 beliefs, zero down on, let's say, 2 beliefs that mean a lot to you and that are more personal. I hope you have written some personal beliefs, because if it's not personal, it's not going to touch you. So pick up 2 beliefs that are very personal. Now, go into the source of where you got these beliefs from. How did they come to be a part of your belief system? How did they become entwined in your mind? How did they get a space in your life? I'm going to take an example because this is one way. For example, I have written, I believe that going into that particular institution is very good for you. Now, it's a simple belief. Let's say I think that this X university or X school is really good. I'm not naming X because then it can become controversial. So we leave that for the time being. So you can have any opinion, any institution in mind. So now let's assume that I have an opinion, or I would say I have a belief that that particular place is really good. Now I can put my child over here. I can go and take admission over there. Now the question is not who's going to go there and what institution is, but the process. How did we arrive at this belief system? Belief. How did we believe? Who told us? Where did we gather our knowledge from? Is it knowledge? Did you hear it from your friends? Do you know a person who's actually passed out? And do you know only one person or 5%? How many people have passed out? Are you looking at the history? What are you looking at? Google reviews? Did it exist before Google came into the picture? How old is the institution? Was it good then and maybe it's not so now? Or is it good? Is it better now than it was there? Now, you can have all these questions that you're considering before you come to a conclusion of what is good or why you believe that this institution is good. But the point is, where did you get this information from? How confirmed is it? Is it experienced? Because, quite frankly, how much can you experience? If you've already experienced, you have first-hand knowledge, yes, but it is the first-hand knowledge of one person. If 1,000 people have passed out from a particular institution, some people can have one opinion about it, and some other people can have a totally different opinion about it. Who are you going to trust? Where are you going to get your opinion from? How are you going to formulate your own idea? Because one person will filter it from their experience. The other person could have a totally different experience. So how do you know? And if you don't know, how are you formulating your beliefs? Because it is belief. There is no knowledge as such over here. It's not like saying, let's say, this is a piece of paper. It's a piece of paper. You can touch it, hold it, see what it is. Yeah, but what about an institution? And sometimes it's a life depending, you have taken a decision. You want to put your kid over there. You want to take admission over there. And then that means you're investing 3 to 5 years of your life, let us say. So you've got to be really solid in getting a good idea about what that particular institution is. So here, what is really important, what we are discussing is how are our beliefs formed. Right now, I've taken a very simple idea, that of what's your opinion about an institution that you are possibly interested in for admission, yourself or anybody you know. So it's pretty much an intellectual kind of a probe. What happens when emotions are involved? Suppose you have written, I believe that she loves me or he loves me. Now, I believe that. You would have written, I have faith, because love involves a lot of emotions. Okay, or this teacher loves me, my parent loves me, my grandparent loves me, my child loves me, my friends love me, whatever. Okay, who is not the point. How did you get this notion? That's the point. So go back to your list. Again, you would pause the video if you like. Go back to the list and write down from where this notion came from. Was it a person? Was it studied? Was it weighed? Did you go into social media search? Did you test it? Did you ask a person who's had the experience? Who are these people? How many people did you ask? Suppose you're going into in institution, are you going to ask the students? Are you going to ask the current teachers? Are you going to ask the students who've passed out? Are you going to ask the teachers who've taught over there or staff that has worked over there? And then how are you going to formulate? Is it really possible for you to ask everybody? And even if you can, then how do you actually come to a conclusion? Is it going to be the number of people? Now that's something to think about. If it's the number of people, then do you think the opinion of all people could be the same? Let's say the person who is working in an institution as a cleaner, and you go and ask the person, what do you think about this institution? Then you ask a person who is teaching there. Then you ask the person who owns the university or the board of directors. Maybe you get a chance to speak to them. Then you ask students or the alumni. Maybe you talk to everybody. And then take a look at how many people can you ask. So you're going to have to arrive at some kind of a conclusion on the basis of what you hear, on the basis of what you learn. That means it's not your direct experience, but the opinions or the beliefs of others that are playing a role in your formulating an opinion or a belief system about another institution. But when it is something like a relationship, do you believe that your parents love you? Why do you believe that? Maybe you believe they don't, I don't know. How do you arrive at that opinion? Is it on the basis of one incident? Is it something you've observed throughout life? Is it because you feel a certain way? Now, if you feel a certain way, the objective of this little interaction is to ask you, why do you feel that way? On what is your feeling based on a mental construct? Is it based on a belief that yes, this person loves me, so I feel good, I feel warm-hearted, I feel happy when I think about that? Or maybe you feel you've been neglected, they don't value you enough, so it makes you acidic. The point is not how you're feeling. The point is how you're arriving at an opinion that makes you feel in a certain way, how you formulated a belief that makes you feel in a certain way. So look at the source and examine the source. Constantly in life, we live through our beliefs. How are you going to arrive at your belief or your opinion about a political leader if you have to vote for a person? There's a lot of propaganda going on. What are you going to trust? How are you going to rely? How will you test your source? And how will you test the reliability of your source or sources when there are multiple sources? I mean, can you rely on TV or social media? Who owns it? Who funds it? Are you going to rely on people? What about their particular opinions, their filters? So one of the most important and valuable things we can do over here is when we're looking at beliefs is to ask ourselves, where do our beliefs come from? Through whom do they come from? From where do they come from? And have we tested the veracity of that belief? At least have we questioned it? Like the quote will say, reason beyond doubt. How have you reasoned? What's your reasoning over here? So question those opinions and then go back to those 10 beliefs that you have written. And today, as homework, take a look at where it comes from. And you're welcome to share your opinions, your beliefs, your comments, and your experience about this.